That's a first down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Right Athletic Podcast, where we highlight Ohio high school athletes. Today, we have a special guest in studio with us, Taegan Gilmore. He is a senior at Medina High School, and he's part of their wrestling team. He's a 120-pound wrestler. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So one thing that I like to do when we start these conversations, especially with wrestlers, is I like to talk about the beginning of your journey. So take me through how wrestling came into your life.
When I was little, my dad, he's been the coach at Medina for a while, so he'd always just bring me to the practices, and I just started running around on the mat. And then my whole family has just wrestled all their lives, and I eventually just wanted to throw on a pair of shoes and try it out myself.
Nice. Do you have any older siblings that wrestled?
Yeah, I have a brother.
Awesome. So we're talking 4 or 5 years old. You're out on the mat, kind of seeing what it's like. How was wrestling at an early age? Especially it's physical, it's really demanding, and it's one-on-one. So how was that? How did you kind of deal with it?
I wasn't the biggest into it at first. I always wanted to play football or baseball.
Okay.
But once I got to middle school, I started putting more work into wrestling and more focus into it.
Okay. Let's talk about middle school. When you started having success in middle school, was it something that, because you start biddy's one thing, then middle school, it gets a little bit more intense. And then high school, it's getting a lot more intense. A lot of programs around here are year round. So in middle school, was it because you liked the sport, or kind of combination of you liked it, but you're also seeing success with it as well?
Yeah, middle school. Yeah, that's when I started seeing all my success, and when I started to just to go.
Nice. Going into high school now, freshman year, how was that jump going from junior high to high school?
It was big. You see a lot more maturity in the older guys wrestling. You see a whole different level, especially at practice. The intensity is a lot harder.
Did you start out at 120 as a freshman, or were you a lower weight?
I was 106.
Okay. As time kind of progressed, were you always looking to go to a higher weight class as you kind of grew, build muscle, you get older, or did you ever think about staying down in the lower weights, or is it just something that you want to stay more at a natural weight and wrestle at that?
Well, every year after season, I always look to get bigger, especially last year. I was hoping, I was telling my dad that I wanted to be a 32, 38 pounder, so I just focused on getting size. But then once season came and we were talking, and we had the idea just to go down to 120, make the sacrifice, because I'll have a good shot at it.
Yeah. How hard was that cut down?
The first time it was brutal.
Where'd you start at?
150.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely I wrestled 140, 145 in high school my freshman, sophomore year, and I dropped from 160, 165 down to it. And I just remember feeling and I'm sure you felt the same way, just tired, depleted. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm eating the leanest meat you can find. It's definitely tough. So that's one of the things that I always felt kind of makes wrestling stand out from all the other sports, is just the pure dedication it takes, not only to the actual sport, but all that self-discipline you got to have too. What kind of self-discipline did you learn as you started your wrestling career?
I can't eat just whatever I want. I have to stay focused in the practices. I gotta stay locked in for the second practices, the lifts. I can't just go out and do whatever I want. I just stay focused 24/7.
Do you play any other sports?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Is that something you kind of made the decision to do once you kind of found that love for wrestling, is just keeping that your main focus?
Yeah.
How's that paid off for you?
Really well. I remember in 8th grade, I decided I wanted to try to make my first national team, go to Fargo. So I quit football. I quit baseball just to focus on all the extra stuff, the practices, and I ended up making the team.
How many years have you went out to Fargo?
I've gone 4 times.
So Fargo is one of those tournaments where not every single kid that wrestles is going to, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't even know if it's anybody can come out. It's kind of team oriented. How did you get yourself into a position to be able to go out to Fargo to wrestle against some of the best competition in the nation?
I focused on going to the club practices where I know they'd prepare me, and then I'd go to all the tournaments, all the little qualifiers for state, and then the national qualifiers, the central regionals went there.
How's going to places like Fargo helped you in your career wrestling here in Ohio for high school?
It's good. The training partners that are out there, all the new people you're gonna meet, and it's the atmosphere of Fargo. It's insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of your highest ranked high school wrestlers are there every single year. I was just looking at, and I just saw a couple names like the Burnett from Perrysburg. He's there. The Seacrest kid from Rexville, he's there, and they're doing a great job. So I have to 110% agree with that. If you want to get to that elite level of wrestling, that's definitely a step you have to take.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what do you think the difference between a great wrestler and an elite wrestler is?
An elite wrestler, he's not just focused on winning. He likes the losses too, because it's like a stepping stone. It helps him like regroup, relearn. And the elite wrestler he's always on track. Like his mental is right. He takes all like great wrestlers also take sacrifices, but I feel like the elite ones they're always taking that sacrifice that most people won't.
What's it take to become an elite wrestler?
The training, the mental, just keep going. Like I use this app called Champion by Design, and it just helps a lot with my mental.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for this postseason coming up?
Oh yeah.
So, and I had the same conversation with the young men from Barberton. I do some homework on you guys. I saw you went to Fargo. You went to the Maumee tournament. And I also saw that you ranked 5th in Division I at your weight class. How much does that mean to you? Because we know that wrestling is one of those sports where on any given day, a kid can get hot that isn't ranked anywhere near the top 10, the top 15, the top 20. And we know as wrestlers that you can also get caught and moved. So take me through your head, kind of hearing that and seeing that. Like, what's your personal opinion on that? Like, is it something you're excited about, but you also know that you still have to put in that hard work, because just because you're ranked 5th now doesn't mean you'll be 5th at the end of the year. So take me through that kind of thought process.
Yeah, it's cool to see your name on there, but like that really doesn't matter. I feel like anyone can be anyone on a given day. It's just how hard you work at the end of the day.
Good. What's been the toughest part of this season for you?
The weight cut, probably, yeah.
Is it, you got a pretty strict diet, strict routine, kind of same thing day in, day out?
Yep.
How do you kind of deal with that mundane, not that it's a mundane schedule, but how do you kind of deal with a schedule that every day, 6 to 7, I'm doing this, got to go to school, then I got to go to practice, then I got to come home, I got to rehab, I got to shower and go to bed. How do you keep that excitement in it?
I just always tell myself what it's for the end goal, and eventually it'll all pay off.
Okay. So where's your sectionals going to be at?
Austintown Fitch.
Austintown Fitch. Have you seen any of the other wrestlers that are going to be there, so you can kind of start this game planning now, or are you still just kind of focused on what's in front of you, the next match?
Yeah, I'm more focused on just the next match, but I know who's going to be there, and no one's going to back down, so I just got to go.
Awesome. That's an awesome mindset to have. So one thing that the folks that will be watching don't know is we were talking about college sports prior to this. You said you're a big Ohio State fan, and I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the big showdown on Friday. Ohio State, Penn State, both undefeated, both have a ton of fantastic wrestlers. How do you think that's going to end up?
I feel like it's gonna be good. It's gonna hurt Ohio State for Brandon Cannon not wrestling.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's gonna be a pretty close duel. A lot of our upper weights are gonna have to step up.
That was my thoughts exactly.
Mhm.
My thoughts exactly. Can you predict the final score?
I think it's gonna be around like maybe 24-20 Penn State.
Yeah, that's you think Penn State though?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with Kelsey Anderson and company, they've been since he's gotten there, they've seemed just to be an unstoppable force, and they just continue to not only get just nationally great talent, they get homegrown talent from Ohio like Marcus Blaze, and it's incredible to see the kids that go there, because even though I've never been around that program, I watched Kelsey Anderson when he was in college at, I believe, Oklahoma State. And the mentality that he had out on the mat then and kind of what he brings to Penn State, it's one of those where it doesn't matter who you are or what you did in high school. That first day of when you get in that program is day one, and you got to earn your keep, and you got to pay your dues, and you got to work hard to even be able to get on that mat.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about wrestling in college?
Yeah.
Or have you decided on a location or
No, I don't know where I'm gonna go yet.
any particular places in mind?
Right now, just preferably probably somewhere in Ohio. Stay close to home.
Has anybody reached out to you or anything like that?
Yeah, a couple schools have.
You want to talk about
them? No, Baltimore Wallace has.
Okay.
Mount Union, Kent State, Ohio, Edinburgh just reached out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Are you excited for that leap? You go from Biddy to junior high, big jump, another big jump, high school, now going to college,
Yeah.
which is it's almost quantitatively higher than all of those other ones combined. In looking at going and wrestling in college, how do you mentally prepare yourself for now you're getting to one step below, even though there isn't pros in wrestling, but there is wrestling beyond college. How do you get prepared for that?
You gotta be ready. It's a huge jump, especially the practices.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the tough part of it.
Do you think wrestling with these club teams and stuff like that, do you think that helps you? Because it's, me growing up, wrestling was October through March. And now it seems like wrestling is 365, 7 days a week if you want. And I think that's awesome because you're seeing the increase in success in wrestlers. Do you think working on a schedule like that for you benefits you in the long run?
Yeah, 100%. It kind of helps you get ready for those 2-a-day practices like the college is gonna have.
See, that's that's crazy because I just remember 2-a-days for football, but thinking of 2-a-days for wrestling, it's not mind blowing. I just think like I thought football 2-a-days were tough, but wrestling 2-a-days. How long is a normal practice for you guys when you guys do 2-a-days?
My normal high school practice is 2 hours, and then club is anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay. Where do you wrestle club at?
Right now it's Arsenal up in like Copley, but during summer I'll more go to like Seasons in Brecksville, Beast Mode, and Kaufman.
Are there a lot of other wrestlers from the area that participate at those two club places, or are there kids that can come from anywhere?
Yeah, a lot of people from this area around Northeast Ohio mostly.
How'd you find a club though? Was it something that you reached out to them, or they reached out to you, or you kind of knew some people and they knew your talent?
Arsenal, my dad, he brought me to when I was thinking middle school.
Okay.
Maybe a little earlier, but I know I know the coach, I have a good relationship with him, and then just a lot of the people there.
What's the talent look like in those wrestling rooms?
It's really good talent. Everyone's battling every day.
Awesome. So what kind of wrestler are you in terms of like, are you do you like offense more? Are you more of a defensive guy? Are you a grinded out kind of go guy? Or are you you know, see my angles and take him and score my points? Like, what's kind of your bread and butter of wrestling?
Angles, angles, and just driving.
Okay. What's your favorite move? Like you can hit it blindfolded with one hand tied behind your back.
Misdirection.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
Go to freestyle Greco suplex.
Okay.
Hit a good suplex.
I was gonna say, hey, it's like Novocaine. Just give it time. It always works. It always works. How many more dual meets, tournaments, and stuff do you have before the postseason?
We have this duel against Brunswick tomorrow.
Okay.
And then next week we have Strongsville and Euclid, and then postseason.
Is that like a tri meet with those two? Where's that going to be at?
Medina.
Okay. So you have theoretically 3 more matches before you get to sectionals, which would be next weekend, correct?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. How do you, after a long season, you only got 3 matches, and it's not to say that those 3 matches don't matter, because they do, but how do you stay focused on those 3 matches, but also keep yourself prepared, hungry, and ready for the do or die part of the season where sectionals and districts and states eventually come up?
Just treating every match the same. Go out there with the same mindset, just to dominate.
That's a hell of an answer. What's your goal for state?
State champ.
State champ?
Mm-hmm.
All that hard work, you think it'll pay off?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I can see it. I can see it right now. So non-wrestling related, what are some of your hobbies outside of wrestling?
Out of season, I like to lift a lot with my cousin. I do that a lot. And then I'll play some video games with my brother.
What video games?
With my brother, I'll play Madden.
Okay. I'm an NCAA guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. What else?
I like hanging out with friends a lot.
Okay.
I like traveling, going places. I like to go on cruises.
Very nice. Very nice. Take me through an average day for you during wrestling season so we can kind of get that picture of that grind and that discipline.
Wake up, eat breakfast, go to school, and then some days, 2 days a week, I'll lift right after school and then go to practice. But if I don't have lifting, I'll go home, have a little bite to eat, take a nap before practice, and then I'll go practice, grind it out. And then 3 days a week after practice, I'll go to my second practice.
It's a lot of practice. What's your rehab look like in terms of like getting your body recuperated?
Ice baths. Those are really important. And then I have these leg compression like boot things.
Are they like they go up to your thighs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I use those a lot, and it just helps so much.
Okay. What do you I shouldn't say what do you think, but you're a wrestler, you're a senior in high school. How important is it to also focus on your academics as well?
A lot, and I kind of figured that out more last year.
Okay.
And how much like it helps, especially for colleges and when colleges looking at you.
How's the discipline that you've gained with wrestling helped you out with your schoolwork? Kind of keeping, you got 2 practices, you're lifting, you're getting up early, you got a great schedule and everything like that. But how have you used wrestling to kind of help you out with staying disciplined in school too?
More the mental part of it. Like I have to be there anyway, so might as well just get it done.
Yeah, sounds like my son. He already wants to drop out and he's in 2nd grade. He's like, it's boring. I'm like, wow, dude, you got 10 more years. So the goal is to be a state champ. So I'm assuming then the goal is also to be sectional district champ.
Yep.
Some of the guys that are going to be there. To you, how tough is that road going to be?
It's gonna be good, especially at districts. I'm gonna have a good match every single match.
Yeah. Are there any specific kids that you have wrestled before or you wrestled this year that you're gonna end up meeting in the, quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, stuff like that?
Pretty much all of them. Yeah.
Okay. So earlier we were talking, you said elite wrestlers learn from their losses. How do you learn from your losses?
I'll go back, look at the match, and I'll see what I did, and I usually can just spot it out. And
Okay.
I'll go back to the practice room and just focus on that and try to perfect it.
How minute are some of those errors you see in yourself sometimes when you're reviewing that video of you wrestling? I mean, is it sometimes like eye-opening, but other times it's just a small step to the left, a small step to the right, or losing control of an arm? Like, do truly the small things really matter?
Yeah, like you can't cut out the small things or big things can happen to you.
Yeah. How have you used losses, reviewing video, kind of regrouping on techniques and stuff like that? How have you helped take that to the next level and kind of, I don't want to say avenge a loss, but you see this person that maybe you lost to last year, the year before, or earlier this year. How do you take all of that and put that together in those, I think it's 9 minutes, correct?
6.
6 minutes.
Mhm.
So it's 2-3 minute
Mhm.
periods. Goes to show how much I remember from wrestling. How do you put that all together in that 6 minutes to get the job done?
The practice room, you just get ready for that. You practice whatever you needed to from that match, and you just take it on. And then once you go step on that line, it's game time.
Nice. How's a daily practice for you guys? I mean, I know it's wrestling, it's intense, but kind of how's the Medina programmed not only worked with you but other wrestlers as well to make a good wrestler great, a great wrestler elite, and a beginner even a good wrestler?
We always focus on like the little things, and the little things are the most important. And cardio, we do a lot of cardio. So during that third period, most people are like all sluggish, and we're
Yeah.
just go. We can keep up with everyone.
What about overtime? How many times have you been in overtime this year?
I haven't.
You haven't? That's a heck of a thing to say. That's good. That's good. If you do have to go to overtime, what's your focus going to be on? I know it's to win the match, but there's things you have to do before that.
Overtime, like right away, you gotta try to put your hands on and wear them down, and then hit your bread and butter to get the takedown, win the match.
Are you more of you want to be on top, you want to be down, or you want to be neutral?
On top.
Do you guys get writing points in high school?
No.
No. Man, I mean, growing up for me, it was like near falls 3, takedowns 2, escape is 1. Have they changed the point system at all other than that?
Yeah, so you can get a 4-point near fall now,
Okay.
and then it's 3-point takedown.
So what's the difference between a 2 and a 3-point takedown? Or is it just now it was a 2, now it's a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. As you have began your wrestling career and gotten to here with how kind of rules and regulations and scoring has changed, how have you maneuvered that road?
I feel like it's helped me, especially for the near falls and records for that, because you can also now get a 2-point near fall, and
Okay.
it just quicker matches end a lot quicker too.
Like if you tech fall them?
Yeah,
or major decision?
Yeah, you see a lot of like 30-second techs.
Yikes. How many tech falls you got this year?
Not a lot. I'm more of a pinner.
Okay. Well, that's to me, that's truly the way to dominate somebody. Let me think here. What do you like most about wrestling? Like if you had to pick one thing out.
The grind, especially the summer grind.
Tough?
Yeah.
Tough but rewarding?
Yeah.
So one milestone I saw that you hit this year was 150. How's that feel?
Feels good. It's It's a milestone I wanted to hit right after I hit my 100th win. I knew I could get it like soon.
So the last 2 years you've been a state alternate. This year you ranked 5th, even though we all know numbers are numbers. What are you going to do this year using the last 2 years to make sure that come March you're at the Schottenstein?
Go through every match with a chip on my shoulder, knowing that I should have been there the past 2 years, and I'm one of those guys that can be on top of the podium.
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, you got a good head on your shoulders. You're a hard worker. What'd that feel like though, being an alternate?
It's terrible.
I mean, because you kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but being the alternate is somebody gets sick, somebody gets hurt, then you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Give you some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
And it's going to be twofold. In wrestling season and out of wrestling season. So what's your favorite food out of wrestling season?
Pizza.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's your just regular cheese, pepperoni, or the whole shebang?
Margarita.
Okay. Now in season.
Probably just chicken.
Just regular chicken. Nothing on it. Not even mustard to give it a little bit of a taste.
I usually go some barbecue sauce and ranch.
Okay. What is your favorite activity outside of wrestling?
Skateboarding, probably.
Okay. Can you pop an ollie?
Somewhat. I'm not very good. And me and my friend just started like 2 months before season started this year.
Well, don't feel bad because I went down a half pipe when I was like 12 and I completely, when I say biffed it, I think I made it 3 feet and I just face planted on it. Favorite sport other than wrestling?
Probably baseball.
Okay. Do you follow any who's your favorite MLB team then?
The Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think about this past season for them?
It was crazy, especially the end when we went down 17 games or something and then
came back. Yeah. I think that was like a franchise record too for them being able to come back and do what they did to make the postseason. You a football guy at all?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. All right. So we did food, we did sports, we did activities. What are some other things you do in your free time if it's kind of just you?
I read my Bible before bed. I like to make food, especially when I'm not in season. make just a lot of food. Just eat. I like to eat.
How important is your faith to you?
Important. It's helped me a lot, especially in wrestling.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that. So you said you like going on cruises. Where's the best place you went on a cruise?
Probably Bonaire last year.
Where's that? Caribbean?
Yeah, the Netherlands Caribbeans.
Crystal clear water?
Yeah.
Did you go with your parents?
Yeah.
Good time?
Oh yeah.
Did they let you have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you 18 yet?
Yeah, just turned 18.
So you're 18, getting ready to finish your year out wrestling, plan on wrestling in college. Where do you see yourself after college?
Eventually, I want to start my own business.
What kind of business?
Medical sales.
Nice. What are you going to sell?
Just probably like the parts for what the doctors and nurses use on the patients.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's FSA eligible, I'll be your first customer. Depending if I have money at the end of the year, because medical bills these days could get pretty expensive. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. I think that pretty much finishes it up. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Once again, this is the Right Athletic Podcast. We're here with Mr. Gilmore from Medina High School. He's a 120-pound wrestler, senior. Big hopes for this coming postseason. Got some big matches coming up.
Yep.
But I think as long as he keeps his eye on the prize, I think we're looking at a state champ here, folks.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.